welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Tomorrow, I will be celebrating 50 days post-transplant. I want to share with you guys all the insight from what I'm doing and how I'm feeling. But before we hop into this video, I want to quickly introduce myself to anyone that is new here. My name is Cindy Flores, and here on my channel, I share my kidney transplant journey, as well as travel vlogs, lifestyle videos, workout videos, and so much more. So if you are new, definitely consider subscribing. Now let's begin. To receive my second kidney transplant on October 17th, 2025. I had been searching for a kidney for 3 years since my rejection happened in 2022, and it was not easy. You guys know finding a kidney is difficult. Not just anybody has the heart to donate. Plus, there's a lot of misconceptions around donating. So it was tough. It was tough finding a donor, but thankfully God always comes through and sent my blessing and my beautiful donor, which I am forever grateful and thankful for. I want to share with you guys how I'm feeling now, 50 days post, and what I'm doing this time around that's slightly different than the first time I had my kidney transplant. So this time around, I feel like I'm taking it a lot easier on my body. They recommend between 4 to 6 weeks to start working out and then slowly increasing your cardio. And when I mean by working out, I don't mean heavy lifting. You need to wait longer than that, and you can't work out your abs either. But I'm talking about longer walks or doing some aerobics. All of this is very beneficial. However, this time around in my journey, I've decided to lay back a lot more. I remember running 3 miles about 6 weeks post-transplant because I had the energy and I felt good enough. I technically maybe could this time around, but I don't want to put my body through strenuous work. I honestly have been following as much as I can of my restrictions and diet, either when it comes to food or how much I lift. I want to be super careful. This time around, I want to treat this kidney like it is gold. I'm walking around with a diamond, a precious diamond within my belly. So I'm being super careful, and I want to make sure it lasts a long time. Another thing I'm doing differently is avoiding soda or any carbonated drinks. I just feel like they are super sugary, and I just don't want to add all of that processed stuff into my body. So I haven't had any soda, and if I drink any juice, I make sure that it's very clean and it's not the super concentrated sugary drinks, but something more natural. I like to buy my food at Whole Foods or Sprouts. And even then, at those grocery stores, you need to watch out and read the labels, because even though it may look healthy, if you look at their ingredients, they might not be actually that healthy. Another diet thing that I'm doing that's different is I'm eating more protein this time around. Yes, I'm eating my fruits and veggies, but I'm trying to lean more towards protein. I like to watch different doctors on podcasts, and the ones that I've been listening to lately have been recommending a higher protein diet with fruits and vegetables. And I feel like it's helped me, and it makes me feel a little bit fuller quicker. This kind of has been a love and hate relationship since transplant. I feel like right after transplant, the first few days, I was eating very clean. And then since my mom was staying here and taking care of me and my donor, she was cooking, and she was cooking a lot of Hispanic food and tortillas, which is not the healthiest, but we were eating a little bit more carbs than my usual, and I was indulging in a lot of bread and tortillas, and that also contributed in me gaining so much weight in the amount of time that I did. And I wasn't being as mindful, because in my mind I was just I'm just gonna enjoy this time. I'm not gonna have my mom here forever taking care of me at my house, so let me enjoy what she's cooking and really just embrace these moments. And I did, and I'm thankful that I did. She stayed at my home for 3 weeks, and it helped me a ton, just doing things around the house and also cooking and just the company. There's nothing better than being around your mom or the people that you love and care for. So it was nice to have them around here. But I was also looking forward to go back into my food schedule and my diet schedule. However, it was just hard for me to transition back to it. I feel like week 4 of transplant and week 5 was just tough because I was still continuing eating a lot of breads, and that took a toll on my body as well as energy level. But I feel like week 6 and 7, like now I've been more mindful of really watching what I'm eating, and I am trying to follow a higher protein diet and lower carbs. I'm getting my fruits and vegetables in. That is super important because a lot of the nutrients are there. And if I am eating a higher protein diet, it's going to be chicken or steak, but making sure it's not too overwhelming for my kidney either. I'm like being reasonable. I feel like before transplant, I wasn't a big meat eater and I was always on the fruit and veggie side, but I'm having like more of a balance. So I'm having my protein, my fruits, and my vegetables. And like I said, avoiding as much carbs as possible. I'm going to be sharing with you guys a video of what I eat in a day so you guys can get an idea from breakfast to dinner. And I also want to say that I'm doing a lot of intermittent fasting because I just feel like there's so many benefits from fasting, and I feel like it's really been helping me trying to lose some of this extra weight. I was 145, I'm currently 141, and I'm just slowly trying to drop down to a healthier weight just so I can feel even more better in my skin and feel more confident. Now that we talked about the physical aspects and changes of transplant, let's now talk about the emotional and mental state. So before transplant, I felt as if I had a lot of brain fog. I would either forget a lot of things or just wouldn't remember how to say certain things or just wouldn't remember what I had to do next. I'm still dealing with that right now, and I don't know if it's due to just medication, just being on it for such a long time. But my boyfriend, Ishan, is aware because he lives with me. He can see that sometimes I will struggle to remember certain things, and it's something small like home things or maybe just like certain things when it comes to things that he told me is going on in his life and things we have to do. And it's just like little things that I find myself forgetting. I try to be so mindful about it, but it's just, I don't know what it is that sometimes I will just forget. It was so bad the other day that I even forgot how to say Ishan's name. Like, what is that? I forgot to say his name. He had placed an order at Kung Fu Tea and we didn't pick it up. So I called and let them know, and I could not remember his name, which was so strange. And he just looked at me because I like butchered his name like 3 times. He looked at me and he was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm so sorry. Like, I have so much brain fog. I don't know what it is that I just could not remember his name." But it's just little things that I see myself doing that I'm just like, what is going on? Like, why can't I remember? And I really remembered it a lot right after transplant. Let me share with you guys another story. About 2 weeks after your transplant, I felt good, I felt fine, and my mom was trying to get my car out of the garage. So she was having a hard time because it is a very tight space. But I was like, don't worry about it, I'll do it, because it was only reversing out of my garage. So I knew it wasn't going to be straining us on my body. Plus, I wasn't on any pain medications after I got discharged. So I ended up getting in the car, reversing, and when I reversed, I don't know what happened, but I ended up hitting my car mirror on my garage pad, and I ended up knocking it off, breaking it. And I just remember thinking like, oh my goodness, I've reversed my car out of my garage hundreds of times and this has never happened. But it was as if my like mind wasn't 100% there, and as if I like my perception was just not there either. And I just remember thinking like, oh my goodness. And it was other little things that I would see too. It wasn't just that. This is a story that I remember, but there was more. So I feel like you have to be very cautious and careful after transplant. Remember, like my body is still healing, so it's still recovering, and some of these brain cells are still forming, and neurons are pathways are still going and still trying to reconnect. So I don't know, mentally, I feel like I'm just like, what is going on? My emotional state, however, I am a lot happier. I feel as if there's so much more in life for me and so much more to look forward to. I know lately I've been diving in so much on YouTube and just creating content and trying to create this consistent pattern of uploading. And it has been very busy, but I'm enjoying this. I'm like having so much fun reconnecting with everyone. and just being able to share with you guys. Like, it's tough, but it's also like a blessing, and I'm really having a lot of fun doing so. It's also challenging for myself, and I like to challenge myself in positive ways. But yes, it's just giving me so much hope for the future. Also, another thing I want to share because I forgot to mention is stay hydrated as much as possible. I feel like this time around, I'm hydrating way more. I feel like the first time around, I drank a lot, but maybe I didn't drink as much as I could have. I feel like maybe if I was just hydrating slightly more, then maybe I would have avoided a lot of pain and rejection. So just really make sure you're hydrating and taking care of yourself. So that is all that I have for you guys. I'm so excited to be celebrating 50 days tomorrow, and I can't wait to see another 50 days and be 100 days post transplant and just celebrate every single day moving forward, because every day is a new day of hope, a new day of blessings, and a new day of just living, right? We no longer live to dialyze, but we live to have a purpose and to make an impact on this world. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know if you guys have any questions down in the comment sections below. Share with me your kidney transplant journey. Let's connect. Have a blessed and a beautiful day. Thank you so much.